Good morning, hockey fans. This is Steven Heisler with HeisHockey.com, the Victorious Hockey Company, and the Junior Hockey Discussion Group on Facebook. You are watching the Junior Hockey Morning Show. Today is Monday, May 1st, 2023. You can find us on the World Sports Broadcasting Network, WSBN.TV, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Hopefully you're watching this morning in your car. Well, not watching in your car, listening in your car, on your phone, at work, home, in the locker room, wherever you happen to be watching the show. We hope you enjoy it. Continue to watching. And we will try to do this continuously all summer. God only knows how we're going to pull that off. A lot more guests coming on during the off season. Folks, you see this giddy smile on my face. Bad smile. Leafs won a playoff series. I really don't care what happens from here. That's the first playoff advancement since 2004. So needless to say, it's a fun day to be a Leafs fan. A little housekeeping. The kid, Tomas, and I are on our way to Las Vegas this morning. In fact, we should already be about 250 miles or so towards Pensacola by the time you're watching this show this morning. We are all set to stop at Sam's Grill in Shreveport, Louisiana tonight, about 8 o'clock. And if all goes well, we will be recording Tuesday's show from there with a few Mudbug fans. We can round some up. Should be fun. And we'll make our way to Albuquerque Tuesday afternoon, and we'll be sleeping until early Wednesday. Get up, and we'll finish our trip to Las Vegas. Be back here on the 12th, I think, right? Should be fun. All right. North American Hockey League playoff update. This is going to hurt. Austin Bruins versus St. Cloud Norsemen will be meeting in the Central Division Final. The Norsemen should not be here. They have been in a war with the league officiating director, on-ice officials, the injury bug all season. The fact that they earned a huge sweep over Aberdeen was stunning enough. But to do all that without their head coach, who was suspended again, without him being on the bench, that job is amazing. What's happened to the Norsemen this year will go down in history as one of the biggest black marks the North American Hockey League has ever had. It's been a joke. Steve Howard's Bruins have every conceivable advantage in this series. I'm going to pick Austin to win, but I can't help but be reminded that I also picked Scott Langer's Wings to win. The Wings had every advantage too, and did not work out too well for Aberdeen. Yes, I'm picking Austin because I'm going to stick with that, but would not be shocked to see the Norsemen reach the Robertson Cup Finals and actually win the whole darn thing, just in spite of Mark Frankenfeld and Cabal and that other Yankee Doodle guy from the SPHL that used to be an NHL referee. Forgot his name. Fawcett. The Foss. Not a good guy. That's why he's not doing the SPHL anymore. Guy's horrible. There's definitely been a lot of shenanigans surrounding that whole situation this year. Fawcett doesn't like Corey Millen. So that's how it's going to go. Over to the East Division. Maryland Black Bears will be meeting the Maine Nordiques. At first glance, this looks like a laugher. Yes, Maryland should roll through the Nordiques like a hot knife through cold butter. The problem is, when we try to evaluate what Maine did to the defending Robertson Cup champion New Jersey Titans, we realize that there may be some issues here. Honestly, I did not believe the Nordiques had it in them. Then there are other rumors about the Nordiques fire sale. A wire transfer was supposed to have been done before and during the last NHL Board of Governors meeting that never materialized. Now we are hearing that the AAA coach, Nick Scurlock, has put together a group to take over the club, and he plans to insert himself as the new head coach. Oh boy, you can ask the NAPHL officials how much they like Nick Scurlock. Meanwhile, current coach Matt Paczynski clearly has his team focused. It won't matter. Black Bears boss Clint Mylock has dialed his charges in and expects to end Maine's soap opera saga in 3 games. And really, it'll be over long before then. Of course, my pick is Maryland. Midwest Division, Wisconsin Wendigo are going to meet the Minnesota Wilderness. The Wendigo have gone all in an effort to win the Robertson Cup in their first year in Wisconsin. It's also fairly clear that both coaches can't stand their club's general manager, and neither will be back in the same job next year if the same GMs are still there. With that said, the coaches have done ridiculously amazing jobs this season, despite the constant interference from the peanut gallery. The Wendigo have had to deal with a whole slew of Kenai River brown beer type of incidents and antics, while the Wilderness still are trying to live down their general manager's role in the former assistant coach Brendan Phelps' catastrophe in the spring. On the ice, the Wendigo looked like they belong in the Ontario Hockey League. And that gives Wisconsin a distinctive advantage in this series. Of course, my pick is Wisconsin. The South Division, Oklahoma Warriors, they'll be there in the final, but who are they going to play against? In fact, all 7 other first-round series all ended in sweeps. The one straggler, Lone Star in Shreveport, will be facing off again tonight in North Richland Hills to decide the series, Game 5. Excuse me. That's a fitting ending to a remarkable series. That's just another chapter in the intense rivalry between these two teams. These guys have been going at it since the Central Hockey League days, the Western Professional Hockey League days. They don't like each other, and for good reason. We are hearing also that Lone Star has been playing a number of very dirty tricks on the Mudbugs during the series. This includes substandard post-game meals and the host hotel, get this, the host hotel staff joining other guests and eating the Mudbugs pizza and pasta post-game meal before the team returned from one of the games when the series was over in North Richland Hills. That's just cheesy. I don't know who's behind that, but it's garbage. Trying to give these kids meat pies as a post-game meal? Who's doing that? Look, I don't believe that head Brahmas coach Dan Wildfung has anything to do with this. But the owner? It's not Wildfung style. Someone else is doing this. Whoever is doing it will quickly discover that word about such antics quickly circulate around the game, not just in the North American Hockey League, but everywhere else. And that certainly makes a mockery of the league's $1 million valuation. What are we doing, an Austin Powers movie here? Now milking the clock, delaying play to give his team a little more rest. If Wildfung can continue doing that and gets away with it, so be it. Mudbugs boss Jason Campbell is not about to let such gamemanship get under his skin of his team. So expect more of the same incredible hockey that we've witnessed in the first 4 games. I'll say this. Whoever wins this series will be representing the South in the Robertson Cup final up in Minnesota. That's what I'm going to say. This week will be very interesting. We're going to try to record the show tomorrow again in Shreveport. Probably Wednesday morning we'll do something different. It'll be out of Albuquerque. Thursday morning we'll be live, hopefully. That's 6 o'clock in the morning, Tommy, live for them. we'll figure out how we're going to do those shows Thursday, Friday. But we'll have some good guests in there as well. We'll try to get Bliss Littler in for one show. That'll be exciting. We'll get, for sure, Troy Mick. That'll be good. Troy's always good for a laugh. If we give him some, what's that stuff called he likes so much? Not tequila, something else. He loves tequila, I'm sure. Fireball. He is the Fireball man. And somewhere along the trip, I'll find the cheapest gallon of Fireball and present that to him as a trophy for the guy that he is. All right, until tomorrow, we hope that you enjoy your morning coffee